You know what time it is. It's Marking Up Charts Part 2. Marking Up Charts Part 2. Let's go. Let's go. I told you guys. I told you yesterday we had retail. We had retail news, and I'm in the retail business. We had core retail sales, monthly report, core retail sales, quarterly report, yearly report. You had like all of that shit from last year to this year, all of that yesterday. And I told you I'm in the retail business for almost 24 years now, and my sales just jumped up in February. I told y'all the sales just jumped up in February, so the market should be bullish. I told you. Don't tell me I didn't tell you. Hello, Mr. Listic. What up, Justice for Water? Justice for Water. Good gold move the other day. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the acknowledgement. I love it. I love it. Now, if you guys come into this live, tap that stream. What's up? What's up, Poland? What's up? What's up? What's happening? Yo, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited to give you guys some sauce today. I'm excited to give you guys some sauce today. So, as we get started, as promised, every day we're going to talk about a lesson. Today's lesson, for those who are just going to miss it as they come into class, today's leadership skill. Every day I'm reading a page out of the 100 Things Successful Leaders Do, Little Lessons in Leadership by Nigel Cumberland. And this is dedicated for the individuals who struggle with reading or struggling with auto books, just struggling with putting some really good knowledge into yourself on the early mornings. So it is 4:02 on the West Coast, 7:02 on the East Coast, and we're going to get it in. So yesterday we talked about understand your motivation, understand what is pushing you and what is pulling you. Today we're going to talk about know yourself. I'm going to read a page and then we're going to get started with some technical analysis, learning and earning. Y'all tap that screen. Y'all come into the live on YouTube. Like the live, share the live, make sure you click the thumbs up, turn the notification bell on, so therefore when I go live, you can get the sauce. So here it is. It can be super uncomfortable looking deeply at yourself in the mirror, reflecting and acting on what's staring back at you. You understand the words that just came out of my mouth? It can be uncomfortable, super uncomfortable, looking deeply at yourself in the mirror, reflecting and acting on what is staring back at you. Understanding who you are is the first step to being able to lead others. And this is why I always tell you guys, in order for you to have a better relationship with money, you can't be the same person that messed up the money to try to get the money back. Understand that. Understanding who you are is the first step to being able to lead others. This connection between knowing yourself and leading others is based upon what I refer to as 4 truths. Truth number 1. To truly understand another human being, you must first know yourself. Truth number 2. To successfully lead someone, you must understand who they are and what drives them. Remember what pushes and what pulls you. This is highly important as a leader to understand who is following you, what is pushing and pulling them. Truth number 3. Leadership ability is built on a foundation of being able to lead yourself. Telling yourself to do something and then doing it. Practicing what you're preaching is super valuable when it comes to leading yourself. Y'all tap that screen as y'all come over here. I am reading the 100 Things Successful Leaders Do by Nigel Cumberland, and this is literally page number 2. Truth number 4. Successful self-leadership is only possible when you understand yourself. These 4 connections are shown visually below. Understand yourself, understand others, leading yourself, leading others. Understanding yourself, understanding others, leading yourself, leading others. This chapter focuses on first of these, which later chapters exploring the other 3. We all think we know ourselves well, but few people truly do. I work with many people and rarely meet anyone who fully understands all of their own strengths, weaknesses, habits, needs, drivers, desires, motivations, and values, or their personality traits, feelings, emotions, biases, patterns of behavior, and thinking. See, that's why I keep reading you guys this, because it is highly important to start understanding what type of trader you are. Remember what I told you, when it comes to like marking up your chart, it's what identity have you basically accepted as a trader? Are you a buyer? Are you a seller? Are you a swing trader? Are you a position trader? Are you a scalp trader? Are you just a day trader? It's highly important to understand, what are you leading yourself into? Put some 8s in the chat if you understand what I just read to you. Some people have no desire to acknowledge, let alone understand, why they become angry, why they become jealous, why they become impatient, why they become scared to speak up, and this failing to understand what makes you tick is dangerous. If you don't understand yourself, you're risking misjudging other people, jumping into wrong conclusions, being too harsh about other weaknesses. If you think you're perfect, you're likely to blame other people when things don't work out as planned. Acting like this will make you only appear as a leader. Acting like this would only make you appear as a leader. Appear. Lesson number 2. Put some fire in the chat. Put some fire in the chat. I'm telling you, it's absolutely amazing, especially when you start talking about literally, truly leveling up. So let's get into the markets. Yesterday, I told you guys that the market should go into a bullish run for the simple reason core retail sales are up because retail sales are up. I'm in the retail business. I explained to you guys, I am in the retail business. So therefore my numbers are up. So that means the market should be showing something good. So gold went from 5,021 yesterday all the way to 5102 where she's at today. Put some 8s in the chat. The Dow Jones consolidated. Let's go to the 4 hour. She dropped from here. Look at that. She dropped from here all the way back down over here. This is what she got going on. Let's do the daily. Let's look at the daily. Look at yesterday, y'all. Stop playing with me. Look at that movement yesterday. So she's sitting right here, but I want you guys to see something common. Look at what she does. She trends, blast off. We're sitting at 50,000 on the actual Dow Jones right there, which is an all-time high. So now you wait for bearish confirmation at the all-time high, saying that she should retrace. And if she's going to retrace, she should start retracing in those normal markets. So as I told you guys yesterday, what's highly important when marking up a chart? What's highly important when marking up a chart, beautiful people? Talk to your boy. What's important? Where do we start? Let's do a recap from yesterday. Where do we start on our technical analysis, top-down analysis? I want to know what you learned yesterday. I told you guys what's important. First thing first, start off on the week. Why did we start off on the week? Because the weekly chart shows institutional intentions. Let me say that again. Your weekly chart expresses institutional intentions, meaning smart money, big money, banks, funds, hedge funds are going to start putting money in these areas. That's what that means when you start saying, why do I need to track the weekly? What is the weekly going to do for me? Weekly looks too big. It looks too far. It makes my trades, my zone so wide. Understand this, beautiful people. Weekly levels are hard ceilings and hard floors, meaning hard supports, hard resistance. So let me cap the weekly high and the weekly low just on the Dow Jones. Watch this, beautiful people. Just on the Dow Jones. We're going to label it yellow like we did yesterday. This is marking your charts up, part 2. Boom, because we're going to get to sections that we didn't get to yesterday. Bye, y'all. You guys to see it. Weekly roof. Boop. Weekly floor. Bye, y'all. So you have a doji candle sitting on the weekly, meaning the market is confused on the weekly. It's showing you that the price does not know if it wants to go above 50,000 or if it wants to go under 50,000. Your very next step to figure out where do you make your money is see where the market is at on the daily. What is the highest price of the day and the lowest price of the day? What is the gas price at the Circle K and what is the gas prices at the actual the racetrack or the Exxon? This is what you want to know. So when you start seeing a weekly floor or a weekly roof and your daily is in the middle of that, you see how it's like right there in the middle? Let's make this line proper. Boom. So now what do I have for my daily? That's my daily floor. That's my daily roof. This is the current daily candle. But since it's a confused candle, I don't even want to trap that candle. But because it's a dominant wick, I have to cap that dominant wick. So watch this. Here's my daily roof. Buyout. My daily roofers are orange. Tag them. Bang. Template. Bang. Daily roof. Boom. Where would my floor be? I would use this as my floor. Yesterday's low will be my today's floor. Do you understand that? Yesterday's low is today's floor, daily floor. Put some 8s in the chat if you understand what I just said. What's a dominant wick? Shane, let me show you. You see that wick right there? You see how big that wick is? That means price came all the way up here, but closed back down here. So that means money moved all the way up here, and then something at this price at $50,504, it literally just tanked all the way back down to $50,238. So this is where she currently is at. This is where she's currently been. That means this is where she's going. She's trying to revisit the daily floor because we sell at the roof and we buy at the floor. That is the simple strategy on your daily position when you're trying to position trade, swing trade. You understand that? You understand that? So imagine once you trap the day, the whole purpose of trapping your daily is finding your daily lowest price and your day is highly priced. 9 out of 10, the price action will be currently in the middle. So you need to figure out where price is at, where price has been, and where price is going. You understand that? So here we go. Your daily floor looks pretty aggressive. The daily floor looks pretty aggressive according to what is happening right here on this candle. So you got 9 minutes and 46 seconds. So when I see a confused ass daily candle, 9 out of 10, that is a no-go for me. Because as a trader, I only want to make trades going into decisions or taking trades from patterns that I commonly see and I commonly trade, and I'm pretty much commonly projecting the proper results. I do not trade on dojis. I don't trade on consolidations, but that does not mean that money is not there. When you go to your 4 hour, we stopped yesterday at the 4 hour. The 4 hour serves the fair value gaps. It shows you gaps in the market. Put some 8s in the chat if you do not understand what I mean by gaps in the markets, inefficiencies, institutional candles. Put some 8s in the chat if you have no clue what I'm talking about right now. You don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Make sure you tap that screen. Make sure you like this live, share the live, hit the notifications at the top. Make sure you click the thumbs up. We got 100 plus people on it, 20 plus likes. Come on now. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. So let me show you what a gap is. If this is your daily high, look at that. If this is your daily high, this is your daily low. Y'all tap that screen over here on TikTok. I see the room filling up. We're only 14 minutes in class. We didn't already got a leadership page in. We didn't already started from the weekly. We already taking the journey down to the day. Now I want to know who is ready to ride with me all the way down to the 1 hour, to the 30 minutes, to the 15 minutes. We're taking a journey today. This is going to be like the Blue's Clues adventure. This is just like how you used to put your kids on Dora the Explorer. This is the financial market. This is Mr. H's Wick Talk. While we're diving into the financial market, and right now we're doing the technical analysis on the Dow Jones, US Dirty 30. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. So imagine, I got my daily high, I got my daily low, and now I go over here to the 4 hour, which is where the area where most day traders are going to be sitting and looking for positions to enter into the market. The best place to enter into the market on a 4 hour chart is always in the actual FVG, the fair value gap. And the fair value gap will be always sitting on the daily floor. Put some fire in the chat right now. Tap that screen if you see the gap from this candle to that candle. That is a gap right there. Let me zoom in for you, TikTok, so y'all can see. So y'all can't say, man, I don't see. I don't see. Look at that. Right there. There's the gap. See that gap right there? So what I do for my community and for a public trading company, I make sure my people know where the 4-hour gap is. So if you ain't got enough time to be trading in the middle and taking scalp trades, taking trend line rejection trades, taking riskier trades, you wait till the market feels the fair value gap. You enter into the trade, whether you want to enter in an aggressive or a modest. So my aggressive would be literally 50,000 and 55. Actually, we'll do, 55. We'll do that. We'll do that. Let me mark it. Let me mark it up for everybody. Let me show everybody the zone. That's the same zone like how I played you guys with gold yesterday. Watch this. 50,000 and 25. Let's go. Boop. We're going to go 300 pips. So let's go 55. Right there. Right there. Bye, I'll take it. So what I want to see right now is the market make its way down into this area right up in here at $50,025 to $50,055. You're gonna buy US 30. Put some fire in the chat. Put some fire in the chat. We're projecting greatness. We're projecting greatness. We want to see the market come on down here, boom, and give us what we've been looking for right up in here. Let me scoot the camera back. Bye, yeah. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see today. That's what this is what I want to see. And I'll set an alarm right above that area at 50,075. Boom. So when the market comes there, I get my alarm. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. That lets me know to put my broker into play. Go to US 30. Make sure my lot size is correct. Make sure the trade and everything, my lines are all marked up. Everything is ready to go. So when I press that button on liquids, all I got to do is follow the charts and my ideas and my analysis on the 4-hour chart in TradingView while trading on liquids. Put some fire in the chat. Put some fire in the chat. Now this is where it gets complicated, and let me turn my screen around. Anybody can give you a zone. Anybody can give you a trade area. Anybody can give you really good trade ideas. I am not your financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. Let me introduce myself to you beautiful people, because I see I have so many new people on TikTok. My name is Mr. Holistic. I'm the #1 digital educator in North America, teaching individuals how to fish in the foreign exchange market. I do it for a public trading company, and I lead the #1 day trading organization in North America, hands down all around the globe for the last 6 years. I'm going on 7 years live streaming and getting deleted, getting canceled, just because I get on here and I teach you how to make your money move. Not only do I teach you how to make your money move, but I teach you how to make money make money. Not only do I teach you how to make money, I show you that I keep the money that I'm teaching you to make move. That's simple. And the algorithm don't like that. So that's why it's important when you come in my lives, show some love, drop your cities in the chat. I will show you some love. Tap the screen, hit the notification bell, turn the thumbs up, click the thumbs up at the top of your screen if you're brand new on YouTube, because that keeps it on the algorithm. Now, this is where we left yesterday. Once you find your area of trade on your 4-hour, you're going to start seeing you're going to get impatient. Now watch this. Now, if you don't have enough time on your hands to wait for this particular area in the market, you are impatient. You need to make money right now because you got to go to work. You got to go to work. So what you're going to have to do, remember yesterday when I told you about those time frames? I personally like to stop at the 4-hour. And then once I enter in the 4-hour, I venture down to the 1 hour, to the 30, to monitor my trade. Like I said, Anybody can press the button to buy or sell. Those who know how to manage what they're buying, manage what they're selling, is what we call a profitable trader. When you start knowing how to manage your trades, how to get maximum profits out of a trade, and take minimum losses out of a trade, this is when you're growing as a seasoned investor. So watch this. So now there's our area. That's where we want to buy from. Then people say, well, where do you want to sell from? I said, no, just let the market die into your area. Look for buys. She's at an all-time high. You don't need to be selling. Even she's going to show you shorts. But imagine, those short positions are literally the market retracing to go up higher. There's not enough buyers here. So the market has to retrace into a different area to fly back up. Sorry, can you repeat again what time frame you put the lines? I put my lines on my weekly. You can see right here. I have weekly floor, weekly roof, daily floor. That's all I got. When I got to my 4 hour, I found the gap in the market. I put a buy zone at 50,025 to 50,055. That's 300 pips. That is a controlled risk, meaning I'm only willing to risk 300 pips to take that L. And if she blasts off in that 300 pips, I'm ready to give her at least $30 to make $100, $300 to make $1,000, $500 to make $2,500. I'm always willing to make that risk. Now watch this. As I get down to the 1 hour, this is when I start recognizing, is my trade has the possibility to come to my zone? Or do I start taking trades early? I always tell people, if you make a zone, you don't need to take a trade up here down to here. Because why take that risk? Because there's nothing confirming that she's going to come down here. This is a projection. It's going to take news to make this drop down here. So this is where the 80% watching, 10% buying, and 10% selling come into the play. Because when I look at my 1 hour chart, I see consolidation. You see that? I see the consolidation right here. So as long as I'm seeing consolidation, I'm not making the move. I want the move to be the bigger the consolidation, the bigger the breakthrough, and bang. Look what happened last time the market hit this area. Look at what happened last time the market hit this area and this price. It shot up. So I'm going, if history likes to repeat itself, I'll take my same shot right here. Put some 8s in the chat if it makes so much sense. Put some 8s in the chat if this makes so much sense to you. Light bulbs are coming off as new day traders, new investors. And you're going to start noticing, as I start venturing down to smaller time frames, you're going to see the temptation to jump into the sell down to the buy. It increases so much. And that's why I always tell people, if you're projecting a 4 hour entry, do not make decisions on a 30 or a 15-minute chart. Somebody write that in the chat. Somebody type that in the chat in all caps. Let me turn it around again. Let me say this again to y'all face. If you are projecting a buy position, sell position, because you have got the weekly high, the weekly low, the daily high, the daily low, you get to your 4 hour, you see a fair value gap, you place into your zones there, you place your alarm there, and now you're like, fuck, what am I gonna do now? I don't know if it is 3 hours, 4 hours left on this brand new 4 hour calendar. I gotta go to work in 2 hours. So you start sliding down to those 1 hour time frame to see is there any extra there. Let me tell you something really, really quick as a proven trader. The minute you go from your analysis from the 4 hour down to the 1 hour, you increase your risk. Type some fire, put fire in the chat if you understand what I just said. The minute you get off the same time frame that you projected your entry at and you start taking entries on lower time frames, you are increasing your risk like 5 to 10 times fold. And then put this in the chat right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you have ever marked up a chart, marked up a zone, didn't wait for the zone, jumped in early, and got your ass handed to you. And then after you got your ass handed to you, meaning you probably blew your account, you looked yourself in the mirror and said, all I had to do was fucking wait on my zone. What the hell? All I had to do was just fucking wait. Y'all remember the days when you had children? Well, who have kids in here? Put some fire in the chat if you got kids. I always like to break this down. What up, sunshine? I always like to break this down because a lot of people don't understand like how valued patience is. But you remember when your children were like 2 years old, 3 years old, and they didn't understand what wait mean? They didn't understand like wait a minute. Like my daughters are 5 and 2, and my 2-year-old and my 5-year-old have a hard time understanding. Yo, give me a second. Wait a minute. Why? I want it now. I need it now. They want that attention now. So imagine when you get into the foreign exchange market, you become the 5-year-old and the 2-year-old to yourself, to your goals. You become extremely impatient to what you're trying to attract. And if you're trying to attract financial literacy, you're trying to attract generational curses, you're trying to break them, yo, you're gonna have to fucking be patient. Pardon my French. You're gonna have to be patient because guess what happens? Wealth and stability and profitability is not built overnight. It's built over time. It is built over time to become a successful investor, to become a successful day trader. It happens over time, not overnight. Now, we have established in a community where it allows new individuals to just come in with horse blinders and just listen and just do what we say and do and follow the community and you will win. That's not the purpose. That's not the purpose. It's easy to win. It's easy to win because a donkey can press the buy and sell button in the foreign exchange market and win and lose money. My question to you, how long do you want to keep winning? How long you want to keep winning? How consistent are you at winning? Are you winning 1 week, losing the next, winning the next week, losing the next, and the only time you show up is when you win it? What up, Steph? What up, Steph? Oh yeah, Crystal has a home daycare. I have one of my students, she has a home daycare. So you really truly understand the patience that kids don't have. And not understanding like, yo, and then all of a sudden the light bulb comes on and they understand waiting. You understand that? Trey, I'm telling you, this is like Sauce 101. And a lot of people don't realize the reason why you're damaging or prolonging your journey is because you're making analysis on the 4 hour to enter into a trade, but because your daily lifestyle got you going to 9 to 5, got you dropping your kids off at daycare, got you picking up your kids, taking them to practices, and doing all these extra things, you don't have the time to sit there and be patient and wait for the market to give you from your analysis. So you go down to the 1 hour, 3 hour, to the 30 minutes, to the 15 minutes, sometimes down to the 5 to find action. That's called forcing the trade. That's called chasing the markets. Let's go back to the markets. Let's go back to the markets as the markets is moving. As the markets is moving, look at that drop. Look at that drop. I'm telling you, she coming down to the area. She coming down to the area. Look at the 1 hour. This makes me super excited. This makes me super excited that at one point the market hit the daily roof, the highest high, and she started trickling down. And now she closed up under this area here, and now she's retesting this area, and now she's heading back down here. So I go, yo, if price is sitting here, and price has been here, price is going here. And what I do is, I position myself where price is going, not where she's at, and not where she's been. Put some 8s in the chat if you understand what I just said. Put some 1s in the chat if you would like for me to repeat it. Put some 8s in the chat if you understood what I just said. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like for me to repeat it. This is how I trade. Yo, Prince T. How I trade. I check where price is at. Price at 50,228. That's where she currently at right now. Where have this heifer been? Where you been all night, heifer? She been up here at the 50,330. She been to the daily roof. You can see it right there. That she been right there. So if she's at 50,227, she's been to 50,330. So that means price is down. So that means that this heifer is right here. She been right here. Guess where that heifer going? She coming down here. So what I do is I position myself and I say, when was the last time people was buying heifers? This was the last time people was buying heifers at $50,000 and $25. So if you in the buying heifer business, you gonna buy that heifer right here in this zone that I just told you, right there. Put some H in the chat if you understand. That is your play on US 30. That is your play on US 30. So now, let me also say this. Let me turn the camera around. Somebody just asked a question. So because it's a bearish, you know it's going to bounce down, then come back up? Prince, absolutely not. I don't know this. I'm just projecting it. The market doesn't open until literally 9:30. It is 4:31 on my time. So the market opens up at 6:30 my time. So 2 more hours the market is going to open up. This is me showing you my projection before the market opens. This is what makes this education so fucking fire. I wake up at 4 in the morning. Nobody pays me to do this. And I'm not looking in the markets to give my analysis throughout the day. And I start looking at the market before it even opens. Because it's the foreign exchange market, it's always moving. But the market opens at 9:30. Market opens at 9:30, and when the market opens at 9:30, you must be aware if you're currently into a trade and New York Stock Exchange hits the bell, bing, and the market opens, something can happen and rock your trade. Your analysis could be totally off. It could start boom, 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 because it's a $7 trillion market. So that's why it's key to find your weekly bearings, your daily bearings, and then move into your 4-hour bearings and find the gaps. And wait when a volatility market. Wait in the volatility market. When the market is volatile, just be more patient. Is it red folders today? Hell yeah, Shaney. Hell yeah, there's red folders today. Look, let me turn the camera around so everybody can see. Hell yeah, there's red folders today. There was red folders yesterday. I told you guys yesterday we should see some bullish momentum on gold and silver. But why? For the simple reason core retail sales were being reported yesterday, which produced red folders, and look at what it did to gold. Look at what it did to gold. There's your retest candle. I think we see a breakout retest candle right here, but we're going to get into it. We're going to get into this right here. It shot gold all the way up to $5,114. So let's go mark up gold. Let's go get gold. Let's go get the golden boy. The golden heifer. We go to our week. Look at that weekly. Look at that weekly position. Remember the weekly position? We got our high way up here. Let's get into some action. Boom. Boom. Weekly roofs are always what? Yellow. Let me see if y'all learning. Weekly roof and weekly floor are always yellow. Bang. There's my projection. Weekly 4,413 is the lowest price of the week. 5,598 is the highest price. I want to say it should be 56. Oh, it should be 5612. 5612. That's the tip of the tip. Let's go to the day. Why do we trap our daily candle? Look at the daily. The last 3 days. Look at the last 3 days on gold. Straight consolidating. This is today, that's yesterday, that's the day before. So if I see that this is the only movement I have, I need to make this my dominant area because that's the most dominant, that's the last place it projected up. You understand? For the daily. This is a daily floor. So I'm gonna say, yo, my daily floor will be right here. Boom. Right there. Daily floor, orange, boom. Where would my daily roof be? Now, here's where people get confused. Why would I put my daily roof right there when it's already there? That's too aggressive. So that leaves me no room to move. That leaves me no room for in-game adjustment if she just flies up. So when I don't have an area to put a daily roof, I use my weekly roof. Type some fire in the chat if you understand what I just said. Somebody said it feels like I'm gambling all the time when I'm not patient. Well, that's exactly what you're doing. You're gambling with your capital, meaning you're risking capital for no reason because you're making assumptions. When you do not wait on analogies or when you do not wait on your analysis, you are assuming. And when you start assuming in the foreign exchange market, you're going to make an ass out of yourself. Now, when it comes to trapping the day, you do not have to force a daily roof like this. Boom. That is a forced daily roof. Current price. What do I tell you? What is the formula? Well, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see my face. What is the 3 formulas coming to your daily? What is the 3 formula? Where price is at? $5,083 an ounce. Where have price been? $5,120 an ounce. I'm going, yo, bro, that's way too close. If I say my daily high price is $5,120 and my right now price is $5,083 and my daily lowest price is $4,670, yo, the math ain't mathing. That is way too early and way too aggressive to be sitting on the top 40, 50, 60 something pips away. Like, that's way too high. You understand that? So at any given point, she can move up 100 pips. Like yesterday, she can move 100 pips, and you in a sell position, you're going to lose that position. Let me show you again what I mean by that. Look at this, fam. Let me zoom in. This is my daily roof, that line right there. That is the wick of the day right here. Let me get you a pointer so you can see. That is your rejection showing right now that the daily roof is actual moving, like sellers are there. But because this is a current price right now, that is way too aggressive to say, yo, press the sell button at the daily roof, because we sell from the roof. So when I do not have an area in the last 2 to 3, 4, 5, I have to go 6 days back, and it's still not higher than current day, I do not need a daily high because it's not certain. I need to wait. So guess what we're doing? We're not going to put a daily roof there. You're just not going to do it. Boom. Just exit it out. So what that means is I only have a daily floor. So you see that little pick, how it sticks out right there? Let me correct that. Bang. I want to show you guys something real quick. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to put this back how I got it, how I had it. I'm going to zoom in real quick, and I want to show you guys a very common mistake people make. Y'all see how my daily floor right here pierces this wick right here? This is because I literally thought on the daily I was trapping this candle right here because I'm still on the daily chart. If I go to the 4-hour chart, this will make me miss my trade by a hair. Do you understand what I just said? Type some 8s in the chat. Not having precise markups, precise prices, meaning if I see that my floor is $4,670 an ounce, but it should be at the bottom of that wick. Watch this. Watch this. Look at the difference. Boom. 4,657. Imagine you telling people to buy there and it's buy here. People are not going to be able to handle that drawdown. So that's why it's highly important to have precise, detailed markups. So when you start calling out price action, it matches. So let's see who was listening. The minute you trap the actual weekly, we got our weekly roof, we got our weekly floor. Look, weekly roof, weekly floor. Because the daily high is still currently moving and producing a higher highs, and it's consolidating. I only want the dominant daily low, which is literally 4,657. I can start going back in history and I go, yo, the only history I have is this right here. The only history I have is this right here. This right here. So guess what we're going to do on the 4-hour? We're going to find the gap. Remember the gap. Find the gap. Where is the gap? Look at the gap. I want you guys to see the gap. I want you to see the gap on the 4-hour. Let me bring it over here, TikTok, so everybody can see. Look at the gap right here. You see the gap? You see the gap, family? Y'all see the gap? The gap is all the way down here. But you got an EMA 200 right here. That's a huge drop from here to here. So I go, yo, this is where price is at. Look at this. This is where price has been. This is where she trying to go. Gold is trying to go back up to $5,612, but she consolidating like a motherfucker right now because there's so many people trying to sell her and there's so many people trying to buy her, which makes the market move sideways. So which ways do we trade, beautiful people? We trade up, we trade down, we don't trade sideways. So what I do is in this particular key levels, I go, yo, I see we have support right up in here. I see we have resistance. I mean, support here, resistance here. I see it. I personally see it. You can show you right here what I mean by that. This is the area where it's showing it wants to retrace from. Right here. Look. Bang. Bang. This is where gold likes to sell. So I go, yo, let me watch and see if the market wants to break on the downside of this area or break on the upside of this area. If she breaks on the upside, guess what you're going to see? You're going to see this pattern right here. Boom, boom, boom. That's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to see. Remember the daily. Look at the daily. Look at the daily. Remember the daily. Watch this. Look at your 4 hour. Here's your gap down here. So you got 4,657. That's so far. So I start saying, do I want to wait all the way down to 4,657? Absolutely not. Do I want to wait to 4,778? Absolutely yes. I will wait there. So I would literally say if news is heavy today, it should come to 4,778 because your first little gap is right up in here. And watch the price. We're going to give you 4,778 to 4,775. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. That is a 30 pip zone. That is a 30 pip zone. Look at that zone. That is telling you that I believe gold will tank down here and then fly back up from here. Boom. 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 So I personally will wait and watch gold because she's moving sideways. I'm like, yo, I'm not going to buy. Neither am I going to sell her right now because she's on a 4 hour chart where I like to trade. She's sitting sideways. I never fiddle in the middle. I make sure I wait for a breakout. Break to the upside, we buying up. She breaks to the downside, we down here, we waiting to buy up from there. If I can catch a retracement after the breakthrough, boom, she breaks down here, retrace back up, I'll sell from up here, back down here. It's the only way I'll do it. The only way I'll do it. But news today, February the 11th, look at the red folders. Average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate. The last time we had unemployment rate, the market tanked. The market tanked. Do you hear me? The market, look. The last time it tanked. You're talking 8,000 pip candles. 8,000 pip candles. And we had really good unemployment report. So imagine when this comes out today, we might just get that drop. We might get the big drop. Boom, boom. We might see the consolidation, breakthrough, boom, the retest back up, boom, drop back down to our buy zone, fly back out. Retest, bow, bow. That's exactly what we can see. This is exactly what we can see today. If you're impatient, you will sell here. Boom. If you're impatient, you will find yourself buying here. You understand that? Y'all understand that? Buy out. Buy out. You will be selling here if you're not patient. You will be buying here if you're not patient. Understand that. Understand that. So I go, bro, I like 4,778 to 4,775 for buy, and I will patiently wait in a volatile market for that actual area. People say, what if it don't hit today? Then I'll wait for it tomorrow. We ain't in no rush. Buy gold, hold gold. Boom. Let me spell it right. Buy gold, hold gold. See that? I'm waiting here. Patience pays. Patience pays, family. I wait on the analysis because I'm in no rush to dive in something that I'm projecting. I let it happen. I set my alarm. Boom. So I'm prepared. Watch my alarm. Boop. Alarm is set. Buy out. Now when the market comes right here, all it does, it gives me my alarm. I open up my broker and I start trading. Yo, I appreciate the love, Dwayne. I appreciate the gun, Dwayne. I appreciate the money gun, bro. I appreciate it. I have zone. Oh, yo, that's what's up. That's what's up. Anybody got any questions? We 46 minutes into class. So let me give you your projection on gold. We're going to buy gold at 4,778 to 4,775. I personally will not risk giving any sales on gold when I know overall she is bullish. Overall, she is bullish. And she's so bullish that I was not even able to give you a daily roof. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth right now? You understand? I was not able to give you a daily roof because it's so aggressive. You only have a daily floor on gold. You see, this is your daily chart. I can't put a roof right there. It's too aggressive. It's too aggressive. Your roof would have to come all the way up here. That means I would have to go all the way over here and start saying, yo, I think this is the candle that she starts giving you that area. And that's still too close. It's still too close. So I go, yo, if she's here right now, she been down here, she coming up here. If price was here and she was coming from up here, that means she coming down here. The last time I go back and I look at one day, which is today, yesterday, day before, and now, look at this. This was last Friday. She came from here. Boom. So this is where she at. This is where she been. This is where she going. She's trying to go back to the weekly roof. And when she gets to the weekly roof, guess what she likes to do at the weekly roof? She likes to drop. She likes to drop. Boom. From there. Look at there. Right there. The weekly roof. Boom. 5,612 to 5,615. That would be a weekly sale. That would be a weekly sale if she jumps all the way over here. But that's 600 some pips. That's like 6,000 some pips away. So we're not even going there. Right now, we're going to focus on if we get 4,778 to 4,775 for news because the market is moving sideways. I want to see her drop out of consolidation, jump into our gap, and fly back up. That's what I'll project. That's what I'll wait on gold. Let's go look at silver. Let's go look at silver. Look at silver. Boom. Let's do it quickly now. We have 48 minutes. We have 12 minutes left in class. Let's go to the week. Same thing that happened with gold. Boop. Bang. So you can do this markup on any pair, on any chart, on anything, crypto, stocks, it does not matter. A top-down analysis works on everything. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that sideways movement. This is the daily. This is your daily candle. You have zero floors. You have no projection. Look. You have no projection down here. So all you can do is literally put a line right here. That's all you can do. And I go, yo, that in itself is aggressive. It's aggressive. So when I look at literally like silver right now, you only have the weekly and the weekly high and the weekly low because when you get to the daily, it's consolidating for 3 days. So that means if I have to be aggressive and go, yo, the next time I see silver dropping is right there. 91,000. I mean, 91. $91.85. You can short silver. You see? Why? Because she's right here. She's been here. She's going here. So I go $91.85. Watch by the time I get to my, and let me just put a daily floor right here, just to give you guys one. Bye, y'all. Daily floor, daily roof. We head to our 4 hour. Boom. Watch our 4 hour. Where the gaps at? Where the gaps at? Look at the gaps. You have gaps down here, and you have the biggest gap up here. You see that gap? Look at the gap. I want you guys to understand those gaps. That gap right there has to be filled. Let me show you TikTok. Let me show you YouTube. That gap has to be filled. Let me zoom in so you can understand what I mean. If the market has been here, she is currently sitting right here. So that means she's trying to drop and bounce back up to fill this gap. And when she fills that gap, guess what she's going to do? She's going to tank. And does she tank for good? No. But she's going to tank to go find more buyers back down here. So let me show you what that would look like. Let me show you what that would look like, TikTok. Y'all tap that screen over here. Y'all tap that screen over here on TikTok. No, I know I'm on a 3 hour. I'm going to go back to the 4 hour. I'm going to go back to the 4 hour. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same. 4 hour, 3 hour always looks the same. So here we go. So if I was being aggressive right now, I like to take slingshots. I haven't taught you guys what slingshot means. This is more of an advanced strategy. So when I see the market moving like this, and I have two indicators here, an EMA 200, EMA 9. If I see the EMA 9 and the EMA 200 sitting right here in this little gap, I take my buys right here. And this is the only time I take trades in between my markup. This is the only time I'm willing to fiddle in the middle when I see slingshots. When I see slingshots, I say, yo, the 200 acts as a magnet. The EMA 9, the purple line, acts as a trampoline. So if one acts as a magnet, the other acts as a trampoline, guess what you're going to see? Let me zoom in so I can show you that action. If this one acts as a magnet and this acts as a trampoline, you're going to see the market pull down here. And when it hit that purple line, it's going to act like a trampoline and it's going to go boop, right back up. Because it's an aggressive play in the middle, this is what I would consider a scalp zone. You can scalp silver from $83.13 an ounce to 84. Let me go right here. Let's make a smaller zone. Let's go 83. Yeah, let's go right up in here. Yeah, I believe she'll take from right there. Let's go $83.64 to $83 to 135 cents an ounce. That's where we at. So you at 83.64 to 83.13. I'll take it right there, right there. That's what you want. That's what you want. That's aggressive buy on silver. That would be more like a trend line rejection trade on silver. That's aggressive. Now watch this. Here's your gap. Here's your gap. Look at your gap. There's your gap right there. Boom. So you sell silver, short silver from 91 right before she get to 100. Right before she gets to $100 an ounce, you can short her because she is proven to drop right before she gets to $100 an ounce. So at $91 an ounce, short silver. At $91 an ounce, short silver. Boom. That's what I will do. That's what I would do. And I will scalp her back down to a common area that I know she likes to visit. Put some fire in the chat if you understand what I just said. Put some fire in the chat if you understand exactly what I just said. You see? You see? That's it. That's it. That's it. Here's your, you're going to buy at 83 and you're going to sell at 91. Let me put that in there so everybody understands. Y'all like that frequency in the background? Y'all like that frequency in the background? Stop playing with me, gang. Stop playing with me, gang. Stop playing with me, gang. Buy at 83, sell at 91. Stop playing with me. Tap that screen over here on TikTok. Y'all, we should have almost 20,000 likes with this information I'm giving y'all. Look at that. That's your silver play. That's your silver play. Sell here, buy there. Boom. Super simple. Super simple. Let's get into NASDAQ. Let's get into NASDAQ. Let's get into NASDAQ. Oh my God, NASDAQ is beautiful right now. We have a 200 on the 4 hour. I ain't even got to see nothing. I ain't got to see nothing. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Watch this, y'all. I'm gonna delete everything. I'm gonna put a trade right here, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna get that trade. Right there. Let's do boop. 389 to Let's do 409. It don't let me get there. I can straighten it out over here. 389 to let's go. That's a 319. Let's do 389 to 4. Let's do 409. Boom. Style. Yeah. I like it. That is almost like a 200 pip zone right here. Almost like a 300 pip zone right there. I think that so watch this. 25,409 to 25,389. Let me type that in the chat. Now watch how we get that. I want you guys to see how we get it. 25,409 to 25,389. Sell mass. So watch this. Let's go to the week. Boom. Look at the weekly. What we're gonna do? We're gonna get here and we're gonna get up here. Shows you my highest high of the weeks. Boom, right there. Buy out. Make it yellow. Bang. Dancing, skating in the market, beautiful people. We are skating in the market. Down to the daily. For those who don't understand the top-down analysis, remember what I said. The market is moving sideways. So therefore, you have to take the most previous drop. Where is it at? Right here. That's yesterday's high. You see? That's yesterday's high. Look at how that sell zone is lining up with yesterday's high. What do we do from the daily roof? What do we do from the daily roof? We sell from the daily roof. What do we do from the daily floor? We buy from the daily floor. Look at this rejection. Boom. Come on now. Stop playing with me. That sell zone is valid. She is currently sitting at 25,173. She has been to 25,082. She's going to 25,375. So if she comes up here through news, we will short her here. Beautiful people. Watch the 4 hour. When we go to the 4 hour, what are we looking for? We are looking for our gaps. Look at the gaps, beautiful people. Look at the gaps. Look at the gaps right here. That's your 200 right there. Don't forget, that is a magnet. So that can pull the market all the way up. Imagine, this was a gap here. This was a gap here. This candle wasn't there. Look, 3 hours ago, this candle wasn't there. This was the current candle. This was the gap. That came down, filled that gap, and blast off. So your buy zone would have been 25,082 to 25,052, and you would have saw that. So we're going to still mark that up, and you guys are going to get that trade. Boop. 25,082. 25,052. Buy. Nasty ass. Yes. Yes. Now TikTok, you know damn well I'm here. Yo, YouTube, I hope y'all clicking that screen over there. I hope y'all tapping that live over there. I hope y'all clicking the thumbs up. I hope y'all liking the live. Now let me break something down to y'all. If you're trying to join our community, you need to jump into my DMs and say, yo, Mr. H, I was just in your live. But what I like to do, because TikTok be creating these bots, let me turn the camera around like I do every day when my class is over. My number is 702-449-8255. 4243. They do not allow you to get to me because I will elevate you off this platform and you will start looking at TradingView versus doom scrolling on fucking TikTok. That's what they don't like about me, and that's why they censor me. And they gave me and told me, we do not like your page because you help people navigate off of TikTok. We need people to stay on TikTok. My number, Ace Brown, is 702-449-4243. That is my cell phone. So let me tell y'all, I'm a real one. Don't fucking call my phone, text my phone with some bullshit, talking political, talking this, talking that. This is you telling me you want to level up financially. You want to learn how to make money move, make money, and keep money. And that's the conversation I got for you. Ladies, don't come over here and flashing me your tits and your areolas thinking you're going to get something more than just me just going, those were some nice tits. It's still, you have to pay to get in. I'm telling y'all straight up, I will respond to you. And if I didn't respond to you, it's just because I didn't get to you yet. Shannon, I have to tell her, like, lady, hey, nice tits, you still got to pay. Guess what? You can show me your tits all you want. They ain't mine. My titties upstairs. So they ain't mine. I don't mind seeing some titties. You know, just because I'm not a non-veg, that don't mean I can't look at the menu. I ain't gonna order shit. So again, my number is 702-449-4243. Say, yo, Mr. H, I was just on your live. I'm trying to help make money. I'm trying to understand exactly what you do. And I will respond to you. I will give you a time. We will literally jump on a call. I will break down how you join our organization, how you can get started, how it is to learn and go. And let me say this again. You do not pay me anything. This is not a get rich quick thing. This is not some fucking course that I'm selling you. I'm giving you an opportunity to join a public trading company because there's no stipulations on who can join. It's just you need to be fucking serious. You need to be serious about breaking generational curses. You need to be serious about literally saying, yo, I want to retire my mama. And if you want to retire your mama, bro, there's some due diligence that needs to happen. There's some details that needs to happen. You want to retire your wife. My wife haven't worked in 6 years. My mama ain't worked in like 10, 15 years. My daddy only worked because he cannot not work. He don't know how not to work. I can't look at Meta right now, sweetie, because I'm already 3 minutes over my live stream. So what you guys understood today is that yesterday I taught you how to mark up your charts. Today I told you that same strategy, and we marked up gold, we marked up silver, we marked up NASDAQ, we marked up US 30, you can mark up Bitcoin, you can mark up currencies, you can mark up cryptos, you can mark up Meta. You can literally start at your week, go trap your day, find the gaps on the 4 hour, and that's your entries. Those are your entries. And it's just up to you. Do you have patience to wait for them? Are you patient to wait on them? I'll do another class on the EMA 9 and the EMA 200. It's a whole nother language. It's more indicators, it's more confluences, confirmations, and just add-ons to your actual analysis. So, Carrie, I will do indicators on my next class, which will be tomorrow. Tomorrow, 4 a.m., I will see you guys in the morning. Tonight, I know I've been telling you guys we're going to be trading at the nighttime, but last night I had to go on a date. The night before that, I just had landed late. So therefore, tonight, we will be trading live tonight. It will not be on YouTube. It will be on a private Zoom. So if you want to be invited to the private Zoom, you must be into the organization. Do you have extended hours on the 4 hours? What do you mean by that positive thinking? Do you have extended hours on the 4 hours? I just have the 4 hour time frame, bro. I don't know about no extended 4 hour time frame. I don't know what you mean. Maybe if you said it different, I probably would understand because everybody speaks a little different than when it comes to technical analysis and tickers and time frames. But yeah, it's in OBG, but it's in my community. You have to be in my chats for that. This is not for an OBG total. It's for my community, the AAA community. But I love you guys. Everybody got the zones. Let me dance on your zones. Get your screenshots over here, TikTok. Get your screenshots. Come on. There's your nasty Nas plays. Here's your silver play. Remember what I said, we want silver to bounce in there and fly out. That's our only aggressive play today. Silver is like super close. It can hit like at any given time. So let me put my alarm. And let me tell you the beautiful thing about silver. You can have $30 in your account and put a 0.01, and that 0.01 from here to here, I'll make you $500. Let me say that again. You can take silver with a penny right here from $83 to $91, and that bitch will give you $500. She'll give you $500 for the penny. So you don't need a whole bunch of money to make money. US 30. You got your buy on US 30 right there. 50,025 to 50,055. Buy dirty 30. Gold. We said buy her at 47.78 to 47.75. That's a big drop to compare to where she's at, but she is moving sideways. So therefore, I'm not interested in anything that she is doing into here unless she breaks up or unless she breaks down. And only then I would start dealing with gold. Anybody that is trading gold right now, you're trading in a channel, and you would have to go all the way down to a 15 minutes. Look at the 15 minutes consolidation. Who in the hell would want to trade in that consolidation? Look. Who would want to trade with that? That's your money going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's like negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Look at that. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that. She's going to have to leave all of that. She's going to have to get up out of all of that before I even start looking at her. But if she comes down here, I'm game. I'm game from right here. My alarm is set. Price is there. And if she comes here, I'm going to hold her. Because in the bigger scheme of things, look at that. On the bigger scheme, you see, that's just your trend. That's just your trend on your small time frames. Look at your high time frames. That's a trend. You see that? That's a trend line rejection. Boom. Look at your trend line. And then I got to get up out of here. Look at your trend. Boom. That's going to run right up over there. So give me that high time frame trend line rejection. I'm going to take gold right there. Let me turn my screen around. Everybody got my phone number. Shoot me a text. I see people already texting me. I appreciate you. Make sure you give me your name. Make sure you give me your information. Make sure you also let me know who you are. So like I said, don't be bullshitting me. I'm giving you my number. Text me. We'll set up a phone call. We'll have a basic conversation. I told you how you get started, and you just go from there. My YouTube link is Mr. Holistic 888. It is actually in my bio on TikTok. All you have to do is go in my bio, click the YouTube link like you can see my Instagram. Go follow, go share, go like, go subscribe, cut the notification bell on so when I do go live, you can get it. If you're not in a position to buy or purchase, like in the membership, there's 3 different courses, 300, 600, 1500. There's different packages and what you get access to in between of those. If you're not in a position to purchase or to join, then what you need to do is literally continue on my YouTube, continue on my TikTok, because that's where the free sauce is at. Now, when I give you this free sauce and then they start hitting, and then you say, yo, bro, I lost yesterday and I don't know how. I said, because you wasn't there when we started managing it. I told you, anybody can press the button. Not everybody can manage it. It says Twitch up there. No way. You got to click the Instagram. You got to click the Instagram. It pops up. Twitch is just directly in there. Go on to like the little notification. It has you have like the little social media links on there. My YouTube channel is Mr. Holistic 888. Same like my TikTok, Mr. Holistic. Just put 888 next to it and you'll see it. Do you have extended hours on a 4-hour, meaning pre-post markup? Oh, yes, and that's the case, yes, my friend. Valentine experience. What's the number? 702-449-4243. I don't mind repeating this. 702-449-4243. That's my business cell phone. I answer it. I've been in business for like 25 years. If you want to know more about me, I'm a holistic practitioner for 2 decades. Loving, hugging, healing people naturally, teaching individuals how to heal from their skin. So if you're interested in detoxing, I am the largest manufacturer of red light panels and therapy for knee braces, elbow pads, shoulder pads, grounding jewelry, all of that good stuff. Question, are you learning Spanish? Entiendo mucho español. Habla un poquito, pero entiendo mucho. ¿Qué pasa, mami? ¿Qué pasa, papi? Digga man, digga man, digga man. Stop playing with me, Yuri. Stop playing with me, Yuri. Am I learning Spanish? Where my little Spanish book at? Where my little Spanish book at? I got like a little Spanish book over here somewhere. It's amazing too. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at. It's on my table somewhere. My housekeeper cleaned my table yesterday. But it should be over here somewhere. Learn Spanish in 60 days. Teach me this and I'll teach you Spanish. Yuri. ¿Tiene hombre o tiene mujeres? ¿Qué? Are you an hombre or are you mujeres? Hey, bro, I'm telling you, bro, you gotta have some perks, bro. You need perks. Soy hombre. Shit. Mi hermano. Damn, mi hermano. Let me stop, bro. See what this is why I don't go past 5 o'clock. Because the minute 5 o'clock get here, I'm supposed to be in the gym. So I get hella aggressive after 5. I get hair on my back. Start becoming like, oh, like this because I be in my gym mode. I learned how to speak Spanish in Argentina. I used to play basketball in Argentina. So I say cachate. You know, I speak like an Argentinian. Cachate. You know. But I love you guys, man. I love you guys. Y'all make the rest of your day the best of your day. And like I said, if you're interested in joining our organization, shoot me a text. Even if you're not ready to join, but you can also plan it out, you can shoot me that text. We can jump on the phone call, make the plan, so you can already have it in your projection. Thank you for the beautiful teeth comment. I take good care of my teeth. I don't drink coffee. I don't do teeth whitening. And you know what I'm saying? My teeth ain't straight all the way. But, you know, I keep them clean, though, like Day Day and his rims on Friday. I keep my teeth clean. So again, if you're interested, I'm a real individual. I don't claim that I know everything, but what I do know, I preach it, I teach it, I walk it. It's a lifestyle. This is your guy, Mr. Holistic. Love you guys. Deuces, beautiful people. Boom. All right, YouTube. Deuces. Hasta luego. Hasta luego.